Sure.
That's Gon's footprint, and it looks like it's...
Let's go.
Yes? Oh?
Indeed. Leave it to me.
Yes?
I shall. It's mine now. Hey, watch out. Nice hit. No problem. Eh?
You must gather your party.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in. Defending the wounded. Guarding our supplies until the Hazanui's reinforcements arrive.
Folks that saw Widewind on the field of battle, ones that lived, used to get rounded up looking like this. Some got reassigned, but most they sent home.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements. The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra. That monster that killed our people?
I suppose he does look like a monster from down here.
I told you, Zuhira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
Our gods are above petty motivations like revenge. No, Gon's got a bigger plan for you and me.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out.
The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleet Master Ko ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions. They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards. I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were, I don't know, like they'd been turned to ash. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark.
They skulked in after, once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought. But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways, ambushed us from below. Those snakes are little more than animals, no match for trained Rawatayan warriors. When the Hazanui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back. The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without... There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it. On the western side of the fort, it's a true marvel, a monument to Rawatayan engineering.
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of the scale bellies.
Is there anything else?
Dawn stars.
Fleet Master Ko hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleet Master over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up. You think that's a coincidence?
I think their praying called it here, getting back at us for the God Hammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
Zahira, Assistant Quartermaster. Zahira. Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them, if you look carefully. Is there anything else?
Got it.
Do these people know? Leave it to me.
After him!
course. What do you need?
Would you look at this?
Something I can do?
Leave it to me.
Hey, watch out.
Got it.
Yes? Oh?
Worse than rough. How may I help?
I shall.
Is there anything else?
As you can see, we have need of it. Rawatayans do not do anything in half measures. The Deadfire is a savage place, something that Valian coin counters and Huana tribals do not seem to recognize. But our people conquered Rawatai 2 millennia ago. We understand what it takes to survive, to tame a wild land.
Ammunition? We keep lots of ammunition. Get new shipments all the time from Rawatai.
Not for the Bombard. Fleetmaster Ko fired it all at the Colossus. All that's left are cannonballs, and they're too small.
Maybe Imuro had some. In his workshop, he was making these new explosive shells.
That's not really what you'd call a defensive weapon, wouldn't you say? More like something you'd lay siege with.
Anyway, you should check, just in case. Imuro's workshop was by the northern gate.
How may I help? Of course.
Captain. Now you be right screwed. Captain. Aye, aye. What for, Cap? Aye, aye. Scallywag. Cap. Now you be right screwed.
After him! Be on sick!
No can do.
Let's go!
Blessings be upon you.
Be on sick! Yeah.
Moed. Ixi honor.
Be on sick!
Moed. Ixi honor.
Nice hit!
I guess I make as good a target as any.
No mercy!
Rock! Better try something else.
Moed. Ixi honor.
They'll fall by my hand.
Nightcap. Aye. Done and done. What for, Cap? Me too. Ahoy. Captain. Aye.
Why not?
Captain. Aye, aye.
Good thing I saw him first.
I see trouble.
Further rock!
Mo, Ixie.
Arthik worth and rock! Lava beyond seek.
Beyond seek!
Yes? Of course.
What do you
Aye.
need?
Yes?
Sure.
What for, Cap? Sirmas me too, Sirmas me too, What for, Cap? Aye, aye.
Good thing I saw him first. Let's go!
Something I can do?
Beyond seek!
Something I can do? Yeah, right away.
After him! Got him.
Another
That's
tack.
me you're hitting!
Mo, Ixie, on us.
Sirmas me too.
Beyond
Sirmas me too.
worth and rock!
Yeah? Yeah? Hey. Uh-huh. Hey. Yeah? Hey.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like away. The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in. Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still. It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker. Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here. No, not dead. Still searching. A way, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows like an anglerfish lure, but it feels safe. I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe. Now, there is no way and no light. I am afraid. The way? I am searching for a way. Show me!
Something I can do? Hmm?
I trust you. Why not?
Hmm?
Leave it to me.
Uh-huh.
Oi. Sirmas me too, man. Oi, done and done. Aye? Done and done.
Ready to brawl?
Sirmas me tomb. Sirmas me tomb.
Mo, Ixie, honor!
Word rock! Of course. Sure.
Hides here. I taste his fear. Open, open.
The shadow comes to muddy the light.
No mercy!
Beyond sick.
Yes? Aye?
Indeed.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. What didn't? A Colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like Luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible. Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week, complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Do you need something? Only one. Just a prototype. And you're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory. How indeed. Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there? Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga. Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it. I must see that my work survives.
Tread
Only takes a feat.
That order's too tall. Yeah?
Word love rock beyond seek.
Something I can do? Something I
Nice
thought we were
hit.
friends. Good thinking. What do you need?
I trust you.
Good thing I saw him first.
Stop!
That's me you're hitting!
Beyond seek.
I don't think I can pull that off. Hmm?
Words rot.
Something I got it.
What a beaut.
Pariathus!
Words rot.
Something I can do. Good thinking. Yeah?
Yeah.
Be your seat.
Yeah. No problem.
Aye?
Lavaru beyond. Lavaru beyond.
How may I help? That looks complicated. Aye?
I shall.
Oh?
I shall.
Aye?
Worth than wrath.
Oh?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers. Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought? The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the Deep Hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again. That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will destroy the islands again. Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots. Their ancestors, yes. Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves. You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things. Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again. The gods see. They will tear them all down. If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof. If this is not some fat-tongued lie, then show us. Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
As your hand touches the dim Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra, and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Aethys' shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Adra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua? Yes, they must want answers. But why do the biddings of the gods matter to you? That is a cruel bargain, to be a god's pawn. I am sorry for what I did, but it was done for the hope of a better future. Even a god needs strength. This form requires much more than that of a mortal kith. Without those souls in Cadnua, I would never have been able to free myself. This form is not one I took happily, but it is the one most suited to the task before me. I could not repeat the mistake I made with Widewin.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod, at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the God's true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most. Yes, I will tell you, but this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world. It is. When you contacted me from Port Mage, I had to sever my tether to the luminous Adra. Without it, I lacked the strength to reach Hasongo. I pulled souls from the creatures of the ocean and from the people at Hasongo until I could reach the lighthouse. The soldiers and Naga there were no threat to me. I did not kill them out of malice, but simply to keep this body moving. Not a vulnerability, but a dire and terrible limitation. One that I knew before I took this form.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Adra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Adra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere. We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission. But on whose terms? We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this, and for your mercy.
Well, this'll impress some ladies.
Aye?
Of course.
Oh?
I shall.
That's right. Keep slithering.
Oh?
Of course. As much as I like pretending nothing happened, perhaps we should talk about your episode with the Adra.
If you got something to tell us.
Yeah, right, fair point, that. Captain?
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign? So what you're saying is we're headed to Malgren's Teeth, right?
What about you, though? I'm getting flashes of those episodes you used to have in Deerwood. You know, when you were going crazy.
Well, Malgren's Teeth sounds like the kind of place that should rather stick out. Shall we continue on? I shall.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they? Of course. We'll rebuild bigger and better, with reinforced walls and extra cannons. The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here, and she should also know what we're up against. She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka, though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians. Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies? The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire, and no one's ever come back from it. But anything can be overcome. Clear skies.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
Short lady, about my age, came from Deerwood with her son. Let's see, freckles, braids usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you, face if not. Oh, and that's if you're lucky.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles. You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend of your mother's. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
No, I misspoke.
Forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you? Right, friends of Alava's. Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
Have to be. You get Alava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
So you met him? Well, that's great. You had a dad. Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
My mother is with Aethys. She passed the veil a few years ago. A flu. It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now, but if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the Shining God.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now? Well, that's a good thought, but it wouldn't get me anywhere.
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light. Aethys has come to us twice now. Even Oblivion couldn't slow his march. We shouldn't have opposed his first coming. He meant to rally us under his banner.
Oh, I know a lot of dead Deerwoodans who will be relieved to hear that. And seeing what we've seen, it's hard to believe they got our best interests at heart.
Aethys forced everyone to declare themselves as ally or enemy, nothing more. Now he marches again, and we have a chance to correct our mistake.
Well, that's charitable.
I would like to have joined him when he passed this way, but I was weak. It won't happen again. You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction. I trust my God knows better than I do. He knows truths I'll never learn.
And got that right.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted path have restored my faith in Aethys. What greater honor than to march in his vanguard? We began as children of the Dawnstars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose. But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighten the way through a black abyss. And he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside.
Not quite how I've been seeing it, but everyone's open to their own interpretations.
And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the god's truest followers, and to prepare to lead it into battle.
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
Aethys himself has appeared in Deadfire in the form Gadarian Bosch foretold. That's more proof than any of his faithful could ever ask. What fortune to be given this opportunity, to know our God in the living world. Gadarian Bosch warned us. Those outside the partisans may ridicule us and test our faith, especially our old families, and others close to them. We've learned it's best to keep to ourselves and those with open minds, which relations and friends mostly aren't. There'll be a great journey, but we're prepared. Gadarian Bosch knows the way. We don't know. The end of the path hasn't been revealed to Gadarian Bosch yet, but to the faithful, shouldn't matter.
We can go. Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Bairn.
Right. This lighted path fellow, Bosch. Sounds interesting. There's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move, rallying followers. But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the temple of Aethys in Neketaka. I seem to go there myself, in fact. There's an adherent there, Ogna, who initiates new partisans. No doubt she'd be pleased to help you. Aethys needs able soldiers, even in their elder years. You should consider what Ogna has to say. It might speak to you. Farewell.
Oh?
I shall.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm, your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death. You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned. My patience is not infinite, and your soul is but one breath in a hurricane that I control.
She closes the gap between you in a blink. This near, you realize the God of Death has a smell. Like dust and ozone, petrichor and cold, cold steel.
Death comes for all in time. Or have you forgotten Archdruid Reston and Hio Vaderona? You killed them at my behest, and you are not my only agent in Aora. You may be the Watcher of Cadnua, the Hound of Aethys, the Herald of Bareth, but you are still a mortal man. Every time you defy me, I grow further inclined to disassemble your soul and scatter your essence to the farthest corners of the beyond once the task I have assigned you is complete. So have a care, Watcher. Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend, tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga, each of them eyeless. They are Wal.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages, and we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You reap, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Aethys is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
Hunger will drive the most pathetic of beasts to desperate acts of bravery. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them, you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Eora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Dark, inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty, mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Eothas has thrust upon us.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The Pallid Knight watches you with keen, predatory eyes. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the Pallid Knight stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts. Eothas seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans. To live is a choice, and you yet draw breath. Drink deep of the air, Watcher. We have work yet to do.
The warmth of the pallid night's breath blows soft on the back of your neck, though she stands nowhere near you. Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barith's realm and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.
Yeah? Tell me what's on your mind? Not a one. Thanks to you, I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice. More like from my mind. No matter what comes to pass in the days and nights ahead, I won't forget who it was that brought me relief from the dreams and the crush of the souls I'd acquired. Sure thing, Watcher.
Leave it to me.
Vela, do you have any duties on board this ship?
Yes, I help scrub the deck and mend the sails and pour the grog and all sorts of things.
I wonder if you are small enough to fit down the bore of an Imperial long gun.
I don't know. Why?
Well, someone has to clean them.
I said no, Tatok. The drowned barrows are closed. If you want to join your son, you can offer yourself to Nemnok next season.
An outlander?
Tatok, you will not speak to outlanders if they mock our ways.
You would defend broken traditions? They do not serve us anymore. Our elders crossed the land bridge to protect their children. You disgrace their memory, feeding our young to the mountain Anik. Nemnok will release my son, or perish.
Kali sacrificed himself for the good of the tribe, right, Tatok?
Ah. I lived a full life in the shadow of the barrows. Kali deserves the same.
If you reject Nemnok's accord, then you are truly lost. May Kali find peace in the embrace of the Mighty One.
Spit on Nemnok.
Outsider, you come for food? As you wish.
Yeah, no problem. Hmm?
Some ink must have leaked through Anik's skull if she thinks I'll stand idly by. Ah, there goes the rest of my day. What do you want, Outlander? Our chieftain offered my Kali to the drowned barrows. Nemnok accepted him. An honor to some, a tragedy to me. God of the island, a great terror of a being, but kind to us when we follow the rules.
A false god, you mean?
He's not perfect, but he's our god, lass. His likeness is the most any of us have seen. We only meet his ogre minions who guard the isle. The children we send, they face him in the mountain. Nemnok sure takes like a god. He demands readers, scribes, anyone handy with ink and quill. My Kali had the misfortune to be born clever. Did you say you'd go to the Mountain of Power? Would you find my boy while you're there? We send other tithes to the mountain as well. Gold, gems, items of power, if such things interest you. My thanks, Outlander. I have no cause to expect help, but I'll take it where I can. Next time it'll be Nemnok who pays.
Got it.
I offer amends for the slight of Tatok, Great One. A gift of breath and wind for his wasted words. Speak up, unless you're just resting your sea legs. When I was born, the Holy Woman told my mother these markings would bring me luck. So far, they bring only more questions. But is that not the nature of faith? Thriving, my outlander friend. The elders of my youth told stories of those who crossed the sea by a great land bridge. Now, I tell them to my children. The gods opened a path for us, and we trudged forward, spurred by inviting whispers carried over the horizon. We followed prophecy until we found mighty Nemnok, who gives us safety, security, and a future. Kali joined mighty Nemnok in the Drowned Barrows, against the wishes of his infidel father. Nemnok does Kali great honor. Tatok is a fool to think otherwise. Nemnok is the god of this island and patron of our tribe. Nemnok gives life and safety to all Junvik. To feed the barrows with sacrifice is to feed our prosperity. It is not for me to question the will of a god, nor is it any business of yours. Kali was blessed to be taken. May we all be as clever and beloved as he. In exchange for our obedience to Nemnok's laws, the Mighty One guarantees our safety and plenty. One day, all of the Deadfire will accept Nemnok's accord. Speak on then.
Eh? Sure. Leave it to me. Eh? Why not? No problem. Won't work. Eh? Sure.
Straight from one of my nightmares.
Got it. After him!
Lava beyond.
Nice hit.
Feels like wading through mud up to my armpits.
Lava.
Quick, toss me some.
Me and you are about to mix.
That's it.
See you.
This weapon's no good to me.
Lava beyond seek.
Word rock. Let's go. Gotta try something else.
Lava. Beyond seek.
Word. Rock.
Lava. Beyond seek. I'm feeling the strain.
After him!
Can't take much.
This is futile! Let's go!
Aye, aye. Do I be slicing it? Them to stir.
No can do. Lava be on sink. Didn't work. Yeah.
That's me too.
I shall.
Yeah.
What do you need? Something I can do? Yeah?
Not sure I can.
This is futile!
Hmm?
Yeah! That's it! After him!
See you, not fucking a figurehead. Feet. Ahoy. Aye, sure. What for, Cap? Done ain't done.